Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Well, it is 11:12 p.m. I didn't realize it was this late. Well, late because I've been like going for the last couple hours. I've been going all day actually. And I'm like been sniffling and sneezing throughout this evening. And I hope I'm not getting a cold. I kind of feel like I'm getting a cold a little bit. But it is currently 18 degrees outside. It feels freezing. It feels so cold outside. And my coat is in the back. I've been going in and out of places. That's probably why I have a cold, because I've been going in and out of places without a coat on. I would still be wearing my Birkenstock sandals if it wasn't snowy outside. The roads are completely dry now. Well, I mean, there's little patches of stuff here and there, but the majority of them are dry now. All the snow melted on the streets. Now the snow is still, like, you can see it over here. See, it's still pretty over there. But the snow on the streets is gone, so. I'm 25 years sober today. It seems crazy. It just was a great day. It just, I mean, and you know, I think like the strangest part of it was that nothing like monumental happened today. And I think that's the really kind of crazy part of being sober, is it wasn't like, you know, bells and whistles all day long or whatever. I mean, people were so nice. So many of you reached out to me and congratulated me and sent me direct messages and emails and stuff. Like, thank you so much. It was so sweet. But you know, it just was a day. It was a good day to be alive. And, you know, I think like last night, like there was yesterday and last night, I was like really thinking a lot about when I first got sober. But you know, typically around my birthday, I always get kind of a little sad or like melancholy thinking back about the time that I first when I got sober and the time leading up to that. But I didn't really feel like that at all today. Like I felt very celebratory. I don't know if necessarily, like, I didn't feel like bursting with pride, but I did feel proud of myself today. I was like, I never thought that this would ever be my life, that I would be sober this long, you know? I never thought that. And it's not even so much about being clean and sober as what that foundation has allowed me to have in my life. So I don't know, that's just, today was just a normal day like all other, you know. I went and got coffee and I did a review at Starbucks and I did this giveaway over my review channel. So please go over there and participate in the giveaway. Now I do want to say this, you know, I was trying to do giveaways in all of my channels, and so I didn't do one on my BookTube channel, but I'm going to. But I think I'm going to do it on my BookTube anniversary, which is in May. And then I wanted to do a giveaway over here. But I think that I'm going to do it in the new year sometime, because I wanted to do it separate from the other ones. So I think that I'm going to do that after the new year, and I'm going to do a giveaway over here as well, like a really nice one, because you guys have been so supportive to follow me. And so I will be doing, because I gave quite a large giveaway over, I mean, I thought were nice giveaways on all of my channels today, but the review channel, I gave a lot. I gave like 6 or 7 gift cards away and $100 in cash and some other stuff. So anyway, go over there please and participate in it. Even if you don't watch that channel regularly, I want you guys to go over there. And I also did a giveaway on my Peter Monn channel and on my Peterisms channel. So you have until Friday for all of those giveaways. So please go participate in those. And yeah, because I want people to have chances at all of those, especially you guys that watch my vlog every day for an hour, you know, an hour and a half. I don't know that tonight's going to be that long. I'm probably going to do a little bit longer. I'm just kind of worn out, in all honesty, and kind of tired. It's been a long day. I got up and I went and got coffee. Did I do that first? I went and got coffee, and then, what did I do after that? Gosh, I don't even remember. I went and ran some kind of errand. I know I went to the post office because I've had this package to pick up from the post office for like the last week, but every time I go there, the line is so incredibly long that I'm like, I don't have the patience for it today. Oh, I went to Walgreens and I bought some gift cards, some more gift cards for my giveaways. And then, it always takes me a good hour to get out of the house, you know, because I, have to, you know, give PB his medicine in the morning and then like take the dogs outside. And now that it's cold, they really don't want to go outside. It's so funny because Boo and Tucker like go running out the door, and then as soon as they get outside the door, they come like running back because they don't want to be out there. And Boo Radley doesn't really mind the snow. He kind of likes the snow, hopping around in it and stuff. I think he's kind of not really aware of what it is at first. And so he just goes out there and he like hops. It's so cute. Tucker likes the snow for about a minute or two, and PB hates the snow, or hates the cold. I don't think he really differentiates. I think because he's so small that when it's like there's a lot of snow out, he has a hard time because his little, like, you know, paws go sink right down into the snow. So he doesn't love the snow. And in fact, the back patio had so much snow on it that I tried to take him out the back patio first, but they couldn't get through there. So I took him out the front door, and they tracked snow in everywhere on the wood floors, and it was just, so that was really fun. But anyway, then I left. I talked to my sponsor for a long time on the phone today, and we both of us got real emotional on the phone, and, you know, just talking about gratitude and thankfulness of sobriety and what it means to us and stuff, and we had a really nice talk. And then, yeah, I came home and I filmed some videos. And then Alex came home and we hung out for a little while, and then I got ready and I went to my meeting. And my sponsor gave me my coin. She got a special coin for me. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really heavy. And yeah, so this is what I thought it was gonna go between the seats. This is what it looks like. And I can't read the back of it because I don't have the readers on it. It's really small. And then, so there were 3 of us that had birthdays tonight at my home group meeting. One of my friends, she and I have the exact same birthday. And then our other friend, she had a birthday like 3 weeks ago, but she got her coin tonight. So we went to the meeting, and then like my sponsor brought a bunch of cookies that she had made, because people like bring cake and stuff on birthdays. And Tanya, she had bought this last night at Meijer. She bought brownies. I have all this stuff in the back of my car and I don't need it. She brought brownies and cupcakes. And then another friend of ours made cake, which I also have 2 pieces of that in the back of the car. And this delicious cake. So yeah, that was really, we had a good time. It was really fun. And then after that, we went to this restaurant called Wolfie's. It's like just like this little, they have like a fireplace in there. It's really cute. And they have like an old oak bar. It's kind of like it feels like a ski lodge inside, kind of. And Sarah and Alex met us. And so it was 6 of us. It was Tanya and I, and Alex and Sarah, and then my sponsor, and then our other friend that had celebrated 3 years tonight. It was good. We had a good time. We stayed there. Well, we got there at 9:30, and I just dropped off Tanya and my sponsor at Tanya's house, and it is 11. Well, so I dropped them off. We were there about an hour and a half. And then Alex was going to take Sarah home, and then he was going to bed. So now I'm vlogging. That's about the size of it. It was a good day. It was a really good day. I don't even know what else to talk about. I feel like I've been talking all day because I made a Peterisms video, which was kind of like all over the place. And then I did a video for my Peter Monn channel. I wanted to do a video all talking about my recovery, but I ended up doing a video talking about like Jaclyn Hill drama at the end of it. But at the beginning of it, I talked about just my own addiction and the seriousness of addiction and recovery and things like that. And And then I did the review video, like I said, and then I posted my vlog. So I ended up doing 4 videos today. We're getting 4 videos up, which I honestly didn't think I was gonna be able to get that much stuff up. So I just kind of like lazed around the house, like I said at the beginning. It took me a while to get out of the house. I think like in the cold too, it's like, I just really don't want to go anywhere, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't really need to. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the coffee, I'm gonna go get coffee, I'm gonna go to the post office. It's like, those are things I don't really have to do, but like I wanted to do, but I didn't really want to put on warm clothes to like leave the house, you know? Oh, I sat in the bathroom too. So I bought this Bluetooth speaker. I'm gonna have to do this on like one of my favorite things of giveaways. I bought this Sony Bluetooth speaker. We have had so many different speakers for the bathroom, you guys. This speaker is fantastic. Like, I finally figured it out today, and I started playing music in the bathroom, and it is so loud, and it is perfection. I mean, absolute perfection in there. And it is the loudest speaker that we've had for our bathroom, and it's so nice. And then Alex said that he is, because we have, what are those things called? I don't know even what they're called, but one like the Alexa things. Do you know what I'm talking about? We have like an Alexa. We have like 2 of those things because one year somebody gave us one for Christmas. I think it may have been Fufu and Jesse. And then another year, when Melissa did her bingo thing for the dog rescue. We won one then, so we have 2 of them, and I don't really like them. I don't really like that Alexa thing at all. It drives me crazy. It goes off at the weirdest times, and then Alex gets mad because I just unplug it, because I don't know how to turn it off, so I just unplug it. I think you just go, Alexa, turn off, or something like that, but whenever I do it, she always goes, I do not understand what you are saying, and I'm like, Alexa, off. Did you say play your greatest hits? I'm like, it just drives me nuts. And so I don't know how to do it. So I just go over and I unplug it. And then Alex is like, did you unplug the Alexa? And I'm like, yeah, because she drives me nuts. Anyway. But he's trying to hook up now. Which, when I got the speaker, he was like, why did you get another speaker? We didn't need another speaker. I'm like, the speaker that we have in the bathroom sucks, okay? You like put like a iPhone 4 in it, and it kind of plays through the speakers, which are horrible and crackly. And so I bought this speaker, and it was like 40 bucks on Amazon. It was a great purchase. And I maybe need to do that, like last minute Christmas shop presents, suggestions. I don't know what video I'll do. But anyway, it's just this little black speaker. You can get it in different colors too, and it's like this big. And the thing I really like about it in the bathroom, which this is gonna sound stupid, is you can kind of pick it up and move. So if like you're taking a shower, you could put it on top of your towels right next to the shower, you know, like, so you could hear it more at the shower. Or if like when I was getting ready, I was like shaving, and I was like, because I trimmed my beard today, that was one of the things I did. I trimmed my beard and I shaved my neckline and stuff. And when I was doing it, I was like moving stuff around, you know, and so I could like pick it, and you can pick it up and move it because it's wireless, it's Bluetooth. And so yeah, I really, really, really like that speaker. I don't know what else I was gonna say. But he's trying to hook it up to all of those Alexa things so that if we're playing a song, we can have it in the whole, like, you can hear it all over the whole house. Which, that's cool, I guess. It was funny because I was, like, downstairs, and I was trying to get a screenshot, like, and I hadn't unconnected it, or unconnected it. I hadn't disconnected it, you know, from the upstairs thing. And so I was, like, watching my review video, trying to get the thumbnail so I could, like, screenshot it and put it on the video. Because, like, you know, I do the thumbnail in the video, and I'm like, you know, like, so then I go through and I find that spot in the video, and then I screenshot it, and then I put it on as the thumbnail, right? So I was trying to do it, but the video started playing, and all of a sudden it's like me doing this review blasting from upstairs in the bathroom, and I was like, oh my god, that is so loud, I can hear it down here. I'm also watching Christmas movies while I'm working on my computer and uploading videos. So currently, today, the movie du jour, or the show du jour, was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation version. Okay, the battery died. I didn't even know that it was low. I didn't even see it over there flashing. Anyway, so I pulled into this little off thing there to change the battery. But, I wonder if it's doing that, like, hot thing. Where the battery gets hot. That was in my Sony. This battery doesn't do it. Now, I threw this battery in here. Now I can't find it. I wanted to see if it was really warm. Where did I put it? But anyway, the show of the day was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation version. And, where is that battery? I literally just threw it in here. Oh, come on, Janet. Damn it, Janet. No, that's my Listerine strips. Where is this thing? I just threw it in here. No, it's really not that warm. That's weird. But anyway, so yeah, so I watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We're at the, we're, as if you're part of that. I'm at that part with the Island of Misfit Toys. And yesterday, what did I watch yesterday? Yesterday. But Alex is like laughing because I was like sitting through a computer and I was like, silver and gold, silver and gold. I'm trying to watch all my favorites. Some of them aren't on YouTube though. I think it's probably because they're like copywritten and stuff. Like I don't think the Charlie Brown one is in there. And then there's this one that I love, and it's called "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," and it's about these mice, these mice, and this mouse and this family. Like he's obsessed with how clocks work, and so he goes and messes with this clock, and then Santa's not going to come because it's like the Christmas clock, and the clock is broken, so he has to like fix the clock in time for Christmas. I used to watch it all the time, and I used to watch the Jacqueline Smith, The Night They Saved Christmas. I love that movie too. I should watch that one. I haven't watched that one in a while. And then Smoky Mountain Christmas, I watched most of it already. And, well, my favorite parts. And then, oh, I haven't watched Season of Miracles. I need to watch that. I love Season of Miracles. It was a Lifetime movie. And then, what's the other one? I was just thinking of it. There's this one with Angela Lansbury, and I can't remember who the woman is in it, but it's like it's called like A Christmas to Remember or something. And then Christmas Comes to Willow Creek. And I feel like I want to find like a new Christmas show that I love, but whenever I watch these Christmas movies, like I never find like a new one that I'm just like, oh my god, I love this. Oh, I will say this though. Well, that's not necessarily true. Polar Express, that was what, 20 years ago, 15 years ago now. I love Polar Express. I haven't watched that this year. And A Christmas Carol, the Jim Carrey version, I love that one too, but that's now like 10 years old or something probably. I was actually just like at Tanya's before I left, I was like going through YouTube and looking at these videos, and one of the videos was, because I watch a lot of like the Ellen DeGeneres clips. Do you guys watch those? Like clips, you know, from like the week or whatever. And I've been watching a lot of her like giveaways, because she's been doing like all these giveaways for Christmas. She did like 12 nights of giveaways or something like that. But anyway, I've been watching a lot of the Ellen Show clips recently. Look at this house. It's so pretty, you guys. It's all lit up in blue. Look at that. But anyway, I was watching it, and so it's like pulling up all these old Ellen clips, like in my suggested videos. And it was Billie Lourdes, who is Carrie Fisher's daughter, and her mother was, oh, why can't I think of her name? Carrie Fisher, Debbie Reynolds, and Debbie Reynolds was her grandmother. And so it said on there, like, Billie Lourdes discusses the surreal life after mom and grandmother are gone or whatever. And I was like, has it been 2 years since, is it snowing again? We're not supposed to be getting any more snow, and it looks like it's starting to snow again. And I was like, has it been 2 years since Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds passed away? Like, it doesn't seem like it's been that long. Didn't that seem weird? I was like, this is so strange that it's been that long. But anyway, it doesn't seem like it's been that long. I'm not one that's good about that. You know, like, people are like, oh, they know that such and such came out in such and such date and year and whatever. Like, I'm never good with that. Like, I couldn't tell you when a movie or something came out. In fact, when I was watching those Oscar clips that I talked about last night, when Out of Africa won the best picture at the Academy Awards for 1986, if you had me guess when Out of Africa came out, I wouldn't have said 1986. I probably would have said 90 or 91, and the reason being is that I remember drinking and watching that movie in my apartment. Like, that was one of the movies that I, like, drank and, like, while I was watching it a lot. So the fact that it came out in 1986 is kind of surreal to me. Like, I didn't know it came out that early. And the other thing that's weird is that 1986 doesn't even sound that long ago to me, and it's like a really long time ago. I think as you get older, you kind of lose concept of time a little bit. Although, you know, but no, I was thinking the other day about, like, this last year, 2019, and like, we traveled a lot. We got to hang out with a lot of our friends a lot and family, and we had some really fun experiences this year. And it's just like, you know, I was really involved in recovery this year, and it's like I look back on the last year and it seems like it's been a long year. Like, it doesn't seem like it was just yesterday that it was, you know, summer. Like, it seems like it was, I mean, some days I guess it does, where it feels like just yesterday was summer, but by and large, most days, it seems like this has been a long year. I love that people put their Christmas trees in their windows so that when you're driving by, you can see it. I love that. But it has seemed like a long year. Like, it doesn't seem like, do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem like it. Like, yesterday it was just, you know, Christmas of last year. It seems like it's been a long time since last Christmas. Like, a really long time. So, and I think that the more I've really allowed myself to live and to experience new things and try new things and really live my life, I was sitting here thinking to myself, I am so thirsty. Well, anyway, I'll tell you in just a second, but the more I've allowed myself to really live my life and experience things and plan trips spontaneously and travel more with Alex and just really live in the moment, I think the more I have really enjoyed my life in the last year or two. And yeah, it's just been fantastic. I think also, and this is kind of sad that it's had to be this, but, you know, PP's illness, if there's any lesson that I can take from his illness, his, you know, heart disease and his kidney disease, is that he really slowed time down for me. I mean, you know, like when I talk about I wish I could stop time. Well, in some kind of strange way, like, there's a lot of things I do that I wouldn't normally do if I didn't think that way. Like, you know, I'll get up in the morning with the dogs, and you know, after I take them out, I'll bring them back up into bed, and then we'll just, like, lay there and kind of, you know, like, they'll play around in the bed, and I'll kind of, like, you know, talk to them and stuff, and Tucker will play with a little plush toy, and PP rolls over on his back, and Boo Radley, you know, acts crazy, and, you know, I wouldn't have taken that 20 minutes to 30 minutes out before the day, you know. I wouldn't have focused so much time on prayer and meditation and really focusing on positive affirmations in the morning and things like that had I not focused some really valid intent in the last year on wanting to really work on myself. You know, so And that all really kind of like, well, not that part, but the really like taking notice of standing in the backyard with the dogs, or allowing myself to really just enjoy a moment, or, you know, breaking down those simple moments and just letting myself live in the moment. Tani was talking tonight about, so when my sponsor gave me my coin, you know, like we walk up to the front of the meeting, like I say, like, you know, I'm Peter and I have, you know, I have 25 years. And so she walks up there and she said some really beautiful things about me. But anyway, Tani was talking at dinner because Alex was asking like how it went, because it's a closed meeting, so he can't go. And so a closed meeting means that it's for alcoholics and addicts only. And so we were sitting at dinner, and Tanya was saying, you know, she was like, there was a time in the past when, like, Peter always was a lot of just nervous energy, and that he was always, I could just tell, like, just anxiety ridden, you know? And she was like, I watched him up there tonight, he was just, you know, looking in her eyes as she was speaking, and he was so completely just calm and peaceful. And she was like, and that, for me, I can see that my friend is truly happy, you know? And, I think that I've had to realize through some very hard things, you know, my mother first, and then my aunt, and then my uncle, and then finding out PP is so sick, and then really realizing, like, knowing it and getting it are two different things, I think, you know? Really getting the fact that life is really short, and maybe I do have the ability to slow down time a little bit. If I sit in the moment and I enjoy each moment, instead of always living for the next thing. I mean, we have so many trips planned for the next couple weeks, and I am, like, every day I think about how I can't wait to go out of the country and be on a beach, you know? But at the same time, I'm like, I'm really enjoying just Christmas right now and all this kind of stuff. You know, I know the other day I was kind of like, I said that, but like ever since I kind of like said that and got it out, it's been like, I've really enjoyed Christmas. And I've been, you know, watching these shows and listening to the books and the music and all that kind of, I've been doing it for a month now. Maybe that's part of what it is, but that I've been doing it for too long, you know? But I think that's one thing I want to really try in the year 2020, is that I really want to try focusing on really living in the moment and enjoying the present. And what's that sappy thing they say, you know, that the present is a gift or whatever. We were talking in the meeting tonight about, like, drinking on the lie. And drinking on the lie is like when you, like, let's say if in my head I'm like, well, this could happen or that could happen, or, you know, like Alex and I could break up, or somebody else in my family could get sick, or this could happen, you know what I mean? I'm borrowing all this trouble, and I drink on that because I stress myself out, or I do things that are not healthy for me because I'm stressed out and I don't know how to handle it, and I'm already scripting in my head how I'm going to deal with those things, or, you know, that could even be a confrontation with somebody, right? And then I drink on that lie because the future hasn't happened yet, so I have absolutely no idea of what's going to happen in the future, so I'm drinking on that lie, if that makes sense, right? And so we were talking about that tonight, and I kind of forget that concept sometimes, you know, that, like, those are things that get, you know, alcoholics and addicts to relapse a lot of times, is that we are borrowing trouble that doesn't even exist from our future, you know? And, but you don't have to drink or drug over the future. I mean, you can just sit there and ruin today over the future because you're so stressed out, you know, about things that are going to happen in the future. And I used to do that with all kinds of stuff, you know, and my sponsor at the time would say to me, you know, 90% of the things I worry about don't even happen. So, like, why are you borrowing all this trouble, you know? And then I also think there's been a lot of things that I'm glad I did plan for in the future. But I can plan for those things in the future. I can plan for them in today for the future. And what I mean by that is I don't have to allow it to consume my day, and I don't have to worry about how it's going to turn out. But I can plan for it. Like, that's smart, right? And there's a huge difference between the two, of worrying about the future and planning for the future, and doing that in today, not living in tomorrow, you know? I mean, I know a lot of people, a lot of older people, I think. Well, I mean, that's just been my experience in life, but a lot of older people that are like, wait till retirement, wait till retirement, wait till retirement, and then they never make it to retirement. And I'm like, I understand that you were planning so much for your future, but you were also kind of living in your future. You know what I mean? Like, because your future never came. And while I think it's important to, of course, have retirement and savings and things like that, at the same time, it's like you want to enjoy a little bit of today. There's a happy balance, I think, between the two, you know, of like saving money, preparing for your future in today, but while you're living in today, you know, and I think that's, and I'm not there 100%, but I'm working towards that, you know, like that's something that I'm working towards definitely and trying to balance out. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll get it right. What is this pen? I didn't even know I had this pen in here. Look, Melissa brought me this. She brought me this bracelet that she's had for a year that she gave to me last year. And it says, in memory of Ben Tramer, 1961 to 1978. And it has little pumpkins on it, okay? Are those pumpkins? Oh, shut up. I don't like
canceled.
I hate her. I hate Alexa. I hate all of it. No, I don't know what those are. They look like pitchforks or something. Y'all know who Ben Tramer is? Ben Tramer is who, oh, this thing is like tilted. Ben Tramer is who Jamie Lee Curtis wanted to go on a date with, to go to the homecoming dance with in Halloween. Laurie Strode was her character's name, and Annie, why can't I think of Annie's real name? She was one of the producers, Deborah Hill. Deborah Hill was the producer, but she also played the part of Annie in the movie. She gets killed. I wish I had her. I wish I had you all alone. And then she gets killed. But anyway, I've seen that movie 9 million times. Probably 9,000,001. But Ben Tramer is who Laurie Strode wants to go to the homecoming dance with. And Annie asks her about it, and she says, I'd rather go with Ben Tramer. And Annie goes, Ben Tramer? And then she calls Ben Tramer. I'm going to put my coin in here. And then she calls, I'm actually going to put it right, where do I want to put it? So I'm going to put it in here. Her boyfriend calls Ben Tramer. And then Ben Tramer says that he's very interested in going with Laurie Strode. Oh my God, that's so romantical, isn't it? Except that none of them make it there because they all get killed. Okay, except for Jamie Lee Curtis, she doesn't get killed. Pretty much because Michael Myers is her sister and he doesn't want to kill his sister. But he doesn't know he's her sister. Or does he? I wish I had you all. Oh, I have a text message. Please hold. I wish I had you all alone. Just the two. I love Halloween so much. I mean, the movie and the, Oh, so we were getting out of the car, or they were getting out of the car at the end, and my sponsor said to me, she goes, what was that one thing that you were going on and on about in your review videos? That you could, she watches my review videos, so that's the only channel she watches. But anyway, she was like, what was that one thing that you were going on and on about that you couldn't find anywhere? And I said, what are you talking about? She goes, some kind of soft drink, I can't remember. And I go, oh, cranberry Sprite. I go, but somebody was so nice, they sent me a whole case of it. And she goes, oh, well, here, I found this for you. I fought somebody over it in the grocery store or in that gas station. I said, you found it for me? She goes, yeah, it was at the gas station. Wasn't that so nice? She brought me that. So I'm gonna drink it right now. Let's do another taste test right now and see if it tastes any differently. It does taste a little bit spicier, I have to say. Spice of life! It does taste a little bit spicier now. Hold on a second, I might need to pull in somewhere. Somebody's texting me. It does taste a little bit, it does taste a little spicier to me now, though, that I try it. Have you guys had it? It's pretty good. I'm just kind of like in such a great mood today. I'm just a really positive, happy mood. I think also, like, you know, I did the Peterisms video yesterday. I did the one today where I got kind of deep. I was at a meeting. I was with my sponsor. I talked to my sponsor on the phone for like over an hour today. Real deep. I think I'm kind of like deep talked out. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? It's like I just don't know that I can go a lot deeper. I could talk about Christmas movies or Halloween all day long on here, but I just don't know that I can go a whole lot deeper. Like, I just don't know that I have it in me today. So, there's that. You guys, I'm reading this Richard Paul Evans book. I think it's called The Noel Diary or something like that. I haven't really listened to like a whole lot of it. I do not love this book, and I have a week until I have to finish all these Christmas books because then it's Christmas is over, right? And who wants to read Christmas books when Christmas is over? Not me. So I could just save them till next year like I did the Augustin Burroughs book, but I'm like, I can't remember what it's called, The First Noel or something like. It's about this guy and his mom dies and she's not very nice. Doesn't seem like she's a very nice person at all. But anyway, so he goes home to clean out her house or something like that, and he finds this diary, and I don't know. I'm kind of just like not into it. And I'm like, well, Peter, oh, by the way, I will say this. If you are on Audible, or if you were thinking about getting on Audible, their entire, come on, I hate when this camera does this. Their entire collection of all their books. First the battery dies, now it goes out of focus. But anyway, their entire collection, it'll go back in a second. Their entire collection of books is all on sale right now. Now, I personally, like, I don't think they're really that great of sale, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the books, like, let's say if a book is $36 normally, and your member price is $19, okay? Well, for $31, you can buy 3 credits. And it means, so a book averages out to like 11 something a piece, right? And this is why I have so many damn books in my library, because this is what I do. So right now I have 4 credits in there, because I just bought 3 credits and I had a credit from before. So I have 4 credits, right? So first of all, I'm not gonna be getting a book for a credit, all right, when I could pay a cheaper price for it. But if I paid $11 for one of those credits, why would I buy a book 40% off at $19? Like, who is on there buying $19 and $30 books instead of 3, because you can buy 3 credits whenever you want. Why would you just not pay the $31 and buy the 3? What person is on there that is so foolish that they are buying a $20, $30 book member price, or $19? I mean, that's stupid. You're smarter just to buy the 3 books and then have it, or 3 credits, and then you get 3 books out of it. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So anyway, but if you want to go over there and look, and I went through a lot of my wish list, and I didn't see many books on there that were under like $20. It has started snowing again. I didn't see many books on there that were under $20. Like, in all honesty, I didn't. Like, it is like really snowing all of a sudden. Yeah. Is it just like blowing from somewhere? Or it just, no, it's snowing over here too. I didn't see a lot of books that were like under $10 or something like that. Like, I think that's a pretty good deal. Every once in a while, they'll do like a 50% off sale, where like every book is 50% off, and that, I usually go in there and I do a sale. I don't know, but it's like their whole library, everything that they have in there is on sale right now. It is snowing. I thought we were done with the snow. I'm not mad about it. All I want is for it to stay. I didn't even know I was at the end. All I want it to do is to stay snowy outside until Christmas. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I just want a white Christmas. I wish I had you all alone. Just the 2 of us. What a quiet night. like the first couple days I was in treatment, and so on the detox unit, this isn't how treatment programs around here are anymore, but back in the day, they aren't around here. You can't smoke inside the hospitals. You can't, a lot of times, even smoke on the hospital grounds anymore. But back in the day, in the detox unit, which was like, it was like 5 male bed, or 5, like, maybe 4 or 5 male rooms and 4 or 5 female rooms. Maybe smaller than that, I don't know. It was a small unit. I think no more than like 10 people in a unit for the detox unit. But I was there for a long time. I was there for like 7 days in the detox unit. My detox was really, really hard. And I can remember sitting in this little lounge and just loving, because, well, the other thing was, I didn't know this till later, but like that was like where the only place in the hospital where you could have like real coffee. Like I think later when I moved over, it was you were only, you could only have decaf coffee in the rest of the hospital. But I can remember sitting in this little like smoking lounge, and it was like, had this big window, and it just snowed and snowed and snowed and snowed. I mean, like that whole time I was like in detox, it just snowed horribly. And then then we got hit with another round of snow, I think, because there was a reason, like, it was like really bad around New Year's Eve. And so I can just remember sitting in this lounge, and it was me and like this woman and then like this guy. Now my roommate, I had this roommate, and he just would like groan all day long, and I felt so bad for him. He was like this like 6'5" guy, and he just literally would like moan and groan in bed all day long. There's a story about that, but I might tell that someday on here anyway. I think I may have talked a little bit about that. But anyway, I would sit in that smoking lounge all day long. You couldn't leave the detox unit, so they would bring our meals down there. We were literally stuck on this unit that was like, okay, it's about the size of a half a city block, maybe. And, you know, not even probably that big. And you like I came out of my bedroom, and it was like right across the hall was the nurse's station, the small nurse's station. And then down the hall, like 2 rooms, was the smoking lounge. And then there were double doors that like kept us in there. So it seemed like a locked unit, but it was, but it wasn't, you know. I mean, I could have left anytime I wanted to, realistically. But I would sit in there, and I can just remember how much I loved sitting there drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes. I remember people would fight in the lounge over what they were watching on TV all the time. Like, that was like a big thing. People would fight. My husband just sent me a meme. He's like really into these Yoda memes. He said, it's this Yoda. You can't really see it, but it's this Yoda. He's like, and it says, me. No, I don't need anything from the store, but thank you. My man shows up with no treats for snacks. Snackies. Me. Yeah, I don't know why, but to this day, there's something about coffee. I did not have a cup of coffee tonight at the meeting because I had this coffee, and I'm trying to be really careful about my caffeine intake. I don't, like tonight at dinner, I had root beer. I'm wanting to kind of limit it a little bit. I've been noticing a little bit of an eye tick, and I just think I'm becoming, like, I'm drinking too much caffeine. And so I'm wanting to really slow it down. Peter's gonna make some drastic changes in January when he comes back from the trip. I'm really thinking about not drinking caffeine. Like, I'm gonna, you know, like maybe coffee, we'll see. But other than that, like 1 cup of coffee a day. Although that's like a huge cup of coffee, so. But like no soda pop. I drink only water and coffee. And I really want to do like a major cleanse in January. I really hope I'm not getting a cold. I wish I had you all alone, just the two of us. My allergies. That's what I call them at home, my allergies. I was talking to Alex the other day. I was like, I really want to do like, I mean, we're taking some really nice trips, but I was like, for our birthdays, like, I really want to do a trip. Like, I would love to do like the Four Seasons Grand Cayman, but that is such an expensive trip. Or I don't know, like St. John and stay and like rent a house or something like that. And I want to see if maybe, like, we can't really afford it, but I'm gonna kind of start looking at some deals and seeing what I can get. Because there have to be some deals out there, I would think. I mean, definitely not for the Four Seasons. I think it's a Ritz-Carlton. I don't think it's a Four Seasons, but anyway. But I do think that Grand Cayman has some, like, nice houses and stuff. I looked, like, for Airbnbs. There really aren't that many Airbnbs. I want to be on the beach. I want to be on that 7 Mile beach. And if you have been, could somebody let me know in the comment section below, has anybody been to Grand Cayman in the last year or two? And are the beaches still nice? Or have they been, like, ruined by the hurricanes at this point? Like, I don't want to go somewhere and have to deal with a bunch of crap on the beaches. Like, I want to go to a beach that's nice. Like that, like, you know, like the last 2 years we've done with dealing with that red tide stuff. I'm not doing that again. And maybe, you know, maybe it is that we can't go somewhere like that in the summer because it's just bad in the summer. So if that's the case, then we will go to San Diego or something for our birthdays, you know, or I don't want to do Las Vegas. And Miami is so expensive, like, I don't. The one thing that's really nice about a lot of these trips is that you kind of know, like, if you're going to go somewhere, like how much it's, if you don't do it all-inclusive, like how much it's going to cost before you go. And so you can kind of have that set, because y'all know I like to pay for the trips before I ever leave. I like the trip completely paid in full and done, and everything before I leave, so that when I'm on the trip, I'm not like, oh, this trip is expensive, I don't worry about all that stuff. I'm like, I already paid for this trip, so it doesn't really matter. Like, I might as well enjoy myself, you know what I mean? Like, I like all of that. Like, and I'm not just talking about, like, you put it on a credit card. I put very little on credit cards anyway, but I'm talking about, like, paid in full, done, over with. You're not worrying about it, you know, like, all that. Like, that's important for me today. And, I just enjoy the trip more when I do that. But I really would like to go somewhere in the Caribbean. And not Dominican Republic, not Mexico, because we've done that. So if you have gone to the Caribbean, and especially if maybe you went in the summer, like, one of the things that we're really probably thinking about is like the ABC Islands, like Aruba, Barbados, Curacao, because that far south, and it's almost Venezuela, but that far south, the red tide doesn't typically hit. So that would be probably a safe beach to go to. And I think Aruba has some all-inclusives that are pretty nice. So then that way we could just, you know, pay for it ahead of time. I know people don't like all-inclusives, but I don't mind them. I mean, I'm not that, but I mean, I have friends of mine that literally will not do all-inclusives because they're like, the food is crap. And I'm like, well, it kind of depends on the all-inclusive that you go to. Yes, some of them, the food is crap. But the reality is, like, to have room service 24 hours a day that you don't have to, like, pay extra for, and, you know, all your drinks are free. And I don't drink, but Alex does, you know. and to like go out to dinner every night. You don't have to worry about, I mean, it's all paid for. I mean, like sometimes like, if like we go to Miami, like Miami literally nickels and dimes us for dinners, like, and drinks, and you stop somewhere and you have a drink, or, you know, you're at the pool. I mean, it's easy to run up $150 at the pool, or $100 on, you know, cheese quesadillas, Diet Cokes, Red Bulls, and if Alex has 2 or 3 drinks, which he doesn't even usually do at the beach, you know, or at the pool, but it's easy to run that up. Although I will say the Fontainebleau in Miami, that beach was really rather cheap, I thought. I thought that what they, the stuff that they offered was cheap, like, it wasn't cheap, but like, it was okay food. It wasn't like the highest end food in the entire world, but it wasn't expensive. I thought it was really fairly priced, you know, compared to what it could have been. So, if you have stayed somewhere in the Caribbean that you really, really liked in the last, you know, year or two, because I want it to be current, not like, well, in 1997, you know, I mean, places change, and then if you have a resort that you went to and you really liked, let me know that as well. There was like a place I found in Barbados that looked really nice, but I don't really know much about Barbados. The other thing is that I've heard that there are some countries that are like, or islands that are not super safe for gay couples to go to. I mean, there are websites that you can go to that will tell you like what countries and what places are not safe for gay couples to go to, because it's either against their religion or it's against their politics. And like Jamaica, like people tell us to go to Jamaica all the time. I cannot tell you maybe one gay couple that I've known that went to Jamaica and had an okay time. Every other person that I've known that's gone there, so they were treated horribly, and that it's just really anti-gay. It's really homophobic in Jamaica, which is sad because I've really wanted to go to Jamaica. I heard it's absolutely beautiful there. I've always wanted to go, but that's what I've heard. I don't know that to be true because I haven't been there, obviously, but I've had a lot of friends of mine that have gone there, and gay and straight. And I have friends of mine that absolutely, straight friends of mine that just love Jamaica. They love it, you know? But I don't want to go somewhere where I can't be myself and I can't, you know, I mean, it's not like Alex and I are like making out on the beach or anything, you know what I mean? But I don't want it to be like, Alex goes, can you rub some, you know, suntan lotion on my back? And I'm like afraid to do that because of like how we're going to be treated. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to worry about that. I don't live in a closet today. So, you know, if I have to go somewhere where I have to live in a closet. And I will tell you what's interesting is that like other places I've been, like when I went to Antigua with my ex, I really thought that was going to be the case, you know? And like, I remember we had this waitress and she was like, we have so many people on this, because like, we didn't get stares or anything, but, I was like, what is that down there? But anyway, we didn't get stares or anything, but I think more from the other guests in the hotel. And I mean, you know, we live in a different world today. This was, you know, 15 years ago that this happened, but I remember I made a comment to the waitress who was so nice. We would have the same waitress for like our dinner every single night, and we loved her and she was fantastic. And we said something and she was like, we don't care. I mean, we don't, there's so many people here that are, you know, gay. We don't care. There's a lot of people on the island as well. But then there's been other places that I've gone that, like Las Vegas, I've never felt like anybody cared. Miami, I've never felt in Miami they could care less. In Los Angeles, I never felt it. I'm trying to think of where I felt it a little bit. Louisville, Kentucky, I think I felt it one time. Maybe a couple times. Alex and I stayed at this one hotel and went to dinner at this. It was a nice hotel, but I can remember we were kind of like, after dinner, we were walking away around. Well, it's the 24C in Louisville. The hotel's beautiful. They didn't treat us any kind of way, but there was an art gallery, and like the hotel is built on an art gallery, and we were walking around it. I remember we got kind of some weird stares from people. I think that's the other thing too, is like sometimes like, people can't figure it out with Alex and I, because it's like, okay, one's older, one's younger, one's, you know, Latino, one's not. Like, what's the story here? Like, I think people can't really figure it out sometimes, and so they're like trying, okay, they're not brothers, you know, they're not father, son, like, what is it? You know, like, are they lovers? I hate that word. You know, are they boyfriends? Are they husbands? Like, what's the story? Are they just friends? Like, what's the story here, you know? We don't get as much of that as we used to. It almost seems like I got more of that when I had brown hair versus white hair, though, you know? Maybe it's not an age thing at all, and I just assume it is. I mean, Alex is 36 at this point, so... No, 35. He's 35. Don't tell anybody that I said that. I'll be pissed. He's 35, right? We're 12 years difference. He was born in 84, 86? He was born in 86, 96, 2006, 2007. No, he was born in 1984. He's 35. Oh my God. I'm losing my mind. What a great day today was. Just such a peaceful day. Isn't it funny, like, like when you're younger, you know, you need to have these, like, amazing days. But, like, as you get older, you know what I mean? Like just fun-filled, amazing days. But as you get older, it's like you don't need all that. You know what I mean? Like, your life can be somewhat simple, and you're kind of okay with that. You know what I mean? Anyway, listen, you guys, I think I'm going to get off here now. And in this vlog, a little shorter than usual. I have no idea how long I vlogged for. Well, I don't really know how long it was when the battery died. I don't think I'm at an hour yet. I think I'm probably like 50 minutes or something. So, excuse me, a little bit shorter than usual. But I hope you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. Unless you have other plans, but like I always say, do not have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun today. Do something exciting. Do something that will make yourself proud when you look back on it 5, 10, 2 years from now, 6 months from now. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you do your daily affirmations every single day, and you look in the mirror and you say, I love you. You are valuable. You are important. I am proud of you, and today is going to be a fantastic day. And most importantly, make sure that you pass it on to somebody else and let them know how much they mean to you. And just anybody, let them say, hey, text them. I love you, and you mean so much to me, and thank you for being in my life. And I love you guys, and thank you for being along this journey with me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!